Alright everyone, I have 20 minutes and low expectations. Let's get into it. So, this is the first time I'm doing a sketchbook tour with, like, not messy sketches. Like, there's actual finished pieces of art in this. So hopefully I'll have, like, more interesting stuff to say and show compared to my other videos. So this is just a regular Canson mixed media sketchbook. I love them, I think they're great, but I covered it with pieces of paper and stickers. You know, I can't do anything without covering it in stickers. So let's jump into it. The timeline is a little strange. This page was completed after this page, and but it basically spans from the end of 2021 to now, which is the summer of 2023. So I guess you'll probably be able to see a bit of a progression of my art, which will be interesting. So I was just kind of messing around with this. These three little characters were drawn with colored pencils, and this is kind of like an OC I had. I don't do anything with her now, but her name is Lexi, and that was drawn with markers. I don't like to draw on the back sides because usually I use markers, so I went in and I filled them all with like random paper or sometimes other sketches and stuff. And here I was basically doing an experiment with layering where I would put down a block of color first and then just color normally and see how the colors would interact. That's my cat. Can you hear him? He's okay, he's just lonely. Pringle! He's fine. These are... Let me check on him. Okay, so these are sketches of some models I found on Pinterest. I think that's actually Molly Ringwald, so you know, actors, models. I was going to color them with markers, and then I didn't, and I don't feel like doing it now. Oh, these are designs that like I specifically created with the intention of making like into stickers or t-shirts. So I was trying to use like a graphic style, trying to make things that were silly. This one got turned into a sticker and a keychain. I'll probably put pictures up. I wish I would have finished, made like a same version of dogs that wear hats, but maybe I can do that later. There's some little sketches over there. And so this is a self-portrait. I drew it with ballpoint pen. Like you can see hold up. You can see the under drawing, and the background is ink, and then I used colored pencils. And so yeah, I was applying to art schools at this time, and you needed some drawings from observation. So I didn't take a picture of myself and draw based off that. I looked at my reflection and drew based off that. It wasn't too hard, honestly, and I think I like the way that I colored it. I could probably do it better now, because this was almost 2 years ago. Yeah. And speaking of drawing from observation, I went down to a lake in a park and I drew what I saw. And this was done with oil pastel instead. And I should, oh my god. I should use my oil pastels more because they're pretty fun to use, whether or not the outcome ends up actually being good or not. And here I get to talk about my OCs. So I have a collection of OCs that are based off of the Zodiac signs, and these are some of them. So we have George, he is Gemini. I also turned him into a sticker. Percy is Pisces, Kai Hong is Capricorn, and Aaron is Aries. I I draw Aaron the most, probably out of all the characters, because I am an Aries, and so he accidentally became my favorite. Whoops. Oh, here's some sketches that I did at work, and then I kept them, and I taped them in. And when there's pages that like don't really have anything on them, I tore out a few of them. But I wanted to keep this one in because I do like the sketches. Like, I think I was dealing with some feelings about being aromantic. It's like all my my A-spec buddies out there, yeah, comment down below if you can relate. And yeah, I guess I just like these that I didn't want to tear out the whole page. This page isn't really great, but again, I put in some work, so I didn't want to tear it out. This is all Bee and Puppy Cat stuff, so this is when Bee was gender bent for that one episode. I'm really sad that I don't think they kept it in the next season, Lazy in Space, because they remade the first season into just 3 episodes, and I wish they would have put a bird in there somewhere, because I'm pretty sure they didn't. That's just one of my personal gripes with the new show. Other than that, I like it. A Little Crispin and Bee at the beach. Here is more marker stuff. I don't know if I mentioned I did that with markers. I mostly use markers. They're like my traditional medium of choice. These are more actors and models I found on Pinterest. Like, that's modeled off of pictures of Zendaya, and that's Childish Gambino. I don't know if these other people are famous or not. But yeah, I think I like the way that the blocking came out. Now this is epic. Okay, cool. He won't make noise, so he can stay. I don't know what I was talking about. Let's move on. Oh, I wanted to design a character that was a clown and a fairy. At this point, I think I was still pretty deep in my clown phase, so that's just kind of what. So that's just kind of what I had on the mind. I think this design has potential. I think I should, like, the colors are not doing it for me. I think if the colors were brighter and maybe a bit more rainbow, it could work more clown-like. But yeah. These are some more original characters. So yeah, I've been working on their story a lot more recently. So I'm glad to be using them more often. This is Ezreen and this is Keisha. Although I'm not really using Ezreen as much in the new story, I don't know if I'm going to cut her out or if I'm just going to retool her. But Keisha's staying. I really like Keisha. These are some more sketches I did at work. I taped them in. And then this was my first time doing art fight in 2022. So I do a couple people's characters. I didn't write down their names. I apologize. But yeah, I tried to do art fight this year. It's currently still the middle of July. I don't know if I will do more, but I've only done like 5. I wanted to do more, but you know, stuff happens. Okay, and so here I was thinking about drawing spaces and rooms. I need to practice those more because I just draw characters. So this is going to be a clown-inspired room. I did fully color it, and it just still doesn't feel finished to me, or like I'm not really satisfied with it. I don't know if I'm going to keep tweaking it or if I'm just going to let it sit. And then there's a little clown backpack. I kind of like that design. I think I need to tweak the colors if I wanted to make it into something. And then this is a desk setting that I wanted to fill with like cottagecore type items. I didn't like color this or anything, but it's not bad. And here is another one of my Zodiac characters. This one is Leo, and his name is Leo. I didn't want to be too creative with coming up with a name for him, but yeah. This is, the base is watercolor. I outlined him in ink, and then most of the shading that you see is colored pencil. I'm not the biggest fan of using watercolors on this paper, but also I'm just not that skilled in watercolors in general, and that's something that I'm really trying to get better at, or that I want to get better at, while the summer is still here. I really like this drawing. I think he came out pretty cute. There's some little thumbnails over there. And here I just wanted to draw some like outfit stuff. Kind of grungy inspired, even though it was August, it was still very hot. Yeah, and then I wrote a little like playlist of songs that made me think of this vibe if you're interested in checking them out. Random stuff. That's like a thank you card I got from a business. And this... Okay, so these are my two cats. You saw one of them. The other one, conveniently, is right here. Please don't make any sounds. And then these are just two little chibi characters, a rabbit and an axolotl. Random sketches. So another like fashion thing I was into for a brief bit of time is a style called dolly K, and it was popularized in Japan, and it's inspired by like Eastern European, but like cutesified type clothes, and so I wanted to make a few characters based off of the style. And in terms of drawing them traditionally, I only got as far as this fox character, and I think his design is pretty interesting. I feel like I want to use him in something, but I haven't gotten to it yet. Okay, and then here we have a few things. So this is Crispin from Bee and Puppy Cat, like before. This is again, George, my Gemini OC, and this is a self-portrait drawing of me. These were all made on different days in the middle of December, because I was just in a sporadic drawing mood. Oh, here I was just drawing some like figures and putting random clothes on them, I guess for practice. Okay, and here are some foxes. I was also going through a fox phase, apparently, at this time. I think I kind of overworked some of these sketches, so they didn't all turn out good, but I think the main one is pretty cute. Swipe. Okay, so this is a project for school. Basically, I was just drawing what I visualized when I listened to a specific song, and it was kind of like, it was like a hyperpop song, but with like dark lyrics, and so this is what it made me think of. And yeah, I like it. I was very sketchy with the markers, which I think scared me a little, but it's not bad, in my opinion. Okay, and then, like I said before, I am not very skilled in watercolors. I think I used to be at some point, and then it got lost to time and space. So I drew these two figures. I painted them with watercolors and went over them with pen, and I think I just don't, I don't know, I wish there was a way to make them feel more watercolory. So I guess that's something I'll practice. And I love these blank spots here. I guess I didn't feel like filling them up, but it will. Here's my Frankenstein page. When I was like an actual child and Monster High was around, I didn't really have a favorite character, but then G3 came around and Frankie is now non-binary, and it's like, well, they can't not be my favorite, right? yeah, I basically just wanted to, I guess, make my own outfit for them if I were to ever draw them. I was planning on making like a finished illustration of Frankie and like specifically celebrating non-binary pride. That didn't happen. I could still probably do it, but I don't know. It's not on my top priority. So yeah, these last two were kind of like my final designs. I'm sure if I were to make another drawing, I would tweak it even more. Ooh, and here's My Little Pony posting. Oops, sorry. What I really like about the My Little Pony characters is that you know the way that artists can take Hatsune Miku and just kind of turn her into whatever they want, like, oh, now she can be, you know, trans, she can be anything you want, and it's still Hatsune Miku. That's kind of how I like to treat the My Little Pony characters. I feel like I could just twist them in any way you want, and as long as you still have the color palette and their general vibes, it's like, oh damn, that's Fluttershy. And so I really like how the characters have that sort of malleability for me. So yeah, I just wanted to try a bunch of different hairstyles on a human Fluttershy. I really like this short buzz cut one, like mostly her face. I think she's really cute, and I also like the idea of her in pigtails. But I think the big wavy hair is also a pretty different idea. Swipe. Okay, more OCs. Like I said, I probably draw Aaron the most because here I am drawing him at work and sticking him in my sketchbook. And that's Leo, also known as Leo. But yeah, these are work sketches, and then I liked when I did that little playlist thing on that other page, but then I never did it with any other page, so I did it here. These are some songs that remind me just kind of generally of the fire signs, but of these characters as well. Oh, and I was thinking about dogs. I wanted to draw a dog, so again, I wanted to practice my watercolors, so I sketched the dog. I did a base in watercolor. Well, I say I wanted to practice my watercolor, and then I did one pass in watercolor, and I was like, yeah, that's enough watercolor for today. So all of this like, rendering and stuff, that's all colored pencil. I don't think the drawing is that great, but you know, it gets an idea across, and that idea is dog. Swipe. Oh yeah, and then Across the Spider-Verse came out. Of course, I was obsessed. Who isn't? If you're wondering, my favorite new spider person is Pavitr. I can't explain why. Maybe it's just he's the most baby out of all of them, but I love him. So here's a little Pavitr, a little Miles, and Hobie. I also really like Hobie. He's just like such a good guy, and he has no reason to be like as nice as he is, and I love that for him. And I think this is the second to last page. I was going to do watercolor practice, and then I didn't. So this background is just blue ink. But yeah, these are also two of my characters. I'm in like the early development stages of their story and their personalities, but his name is Quincy, his name is Malcolm. All I know is that they're in high school, and he's a vampire. And they may or may not be dating? Probably, but the details are blurry. And so yeah, this was me practicing backgrounds again, a setting. I mostly based this off of a picture from Pinterest. And then this is actually the last page. It's Nimona fan art. This is a great summer for animation. You know, unless you're Elemental or Ruby Gilman, then maybe not so great. But Nimona and Spider-Verse, you got it going on. After I watched this, I couldn't stop thinking about it for days, and so then I went and I bought the comic. So I'm in the middle of that right now. But yeah, I really liked Ballister's character, and of course Nimona. But you know, I think they're going to be a little bit different in the original source material, so I'm excited to see how their original story is. And yeah, it made me very sad. It made me more transgender, but I think that's what makes a good movie, you know? So yeah, the background is in ink, and I colored them with marker. I was thinking about like if I should put something in this corner, like maybe the title, or like "Be Gay, Do Crime." That kind of fits the theme of the movie, but it's good where it is now. It's good where it is now. And then these last pages are actually just swatches. Yeah. I don't know how long this video came out to be. It feels like it might be a little bit shorter than usual, but I guess I didn't have as much to say when I didn't fill each page with like 20 sketches. But yeah, I hope can you stop moving your foot? I hope you liked this video. The summer's almost over, and once I'm back in school, I don't know if I'll have time to make more videos, but you know, they're fun to do, especially sketchbook tours, because all of the work is already done, and all I have to do is talk about it, and I'm very good at talking. So yeah, I already said I hope you like the video. Have a wonderful day. Be gay. Do crime. Legally. Do crime legally. You know, for your sake. We don't want you to rot in jail. Okay. Have a nice day. Bye.